Alright guys, today we're doing the immune system. Sorry this video is a little late in getting out. Had a meeting this morning. And then I had to go to school to get our packet because I accidentally left it there. So, the immune system, starting with the parts of the immune system. We have lymphocytes, which is the really fancy name for a white blood cell. There are phagocytes. P-H-A-G-O. And these are large cells. They go around, they kind of eat. I'm going to put this in quotes, like they're eating. They eat the bad things in the body. They basically just digest it, but we call it eating. You also have your tonsils, and your lymph nodes, and then your spleen. Okay. The function of your immune system is to fight off infections and remember infections you've had in the past. Fight off infections and remember the ones you've had in the past. Now, because your body has the ability to remember past infections, if you were to ever get the same infection twice, your body can react faster, which means that you are much less likely to be sick a second time because your body already remembers it. I'm having a really hard time spelling today. Remember past infections. So we're talking about this COVID-19 virus that's going around, and maybe you've heard some people talking about getting immunity to it. That means that once you've had it, you won't get it again. That's because your body will remember it if you've already had it in the past, and if you were to get exposed to it again, your body would go, oh, I know what this is, and it'd be able to fight it off faster, so you wouldn't get as sick from it. So a lot of this system ties into kind of what's going on in the world right now, and maybe some of you will choose the immune system for your project later this week, and you can do a little more research on how that connects and what the doctors that study this are called. Okay. Some fun facts. Your immune system fights off lots of different things. Viruses, bacteria, fungus, and then one that you might not think about, parasites. So there are 4 different things that can infect your body or make you sick. Viruses, bacteria, fungus, and parasites. And your immune system takes care of all of them. These up here are the attackers. Alright. Now, looking in here at our picture, there's some more information. So we have our tonsils, right? They're lymph tissue. It says they produce the white blood cells. If you have an infection, they become infected. They can be swollen, painful. Some people don't have their tonsils anymore. I know I had to have mine removed when I was a child because they would get swollen and then I wouldn't be able to breathe. But if you still have yours and you open your mouth really wide, stick out your tongue in the mirror and you go, ah, you will be able to see they kind of are like little circles on either side of your neck. At the back, your uvula hangs down in the middle. So you can see if you have them. There's this little gland right here called your thymus. Lymph nodes. All of these pictures here are your lymph nodes. You can also see that it looks like what veins would be. That's how your lymph fluid travels. They're not veins, but they're like veins. But all these little nodes. So you have a lot around your armpit and the main part of your body, and your groin as well as your neck. And so if you've ever been really sick and like maybe with the flu and you just feel really sore, and sometimes your neck hurts or your armpits and some of these other areas, that can be why. We have your spleen. We already talked about the spleen as an important organ for making blood and storing blood. And then same thing, your bone marrow, because we know that blood is made there, and that includes your white blood cells. So for our diagram, I'm not going to draw the whole body, but I want to draw some different things. So I'm going to draw a blood cell. And a blood cell, oh, this would be a red blood cell. It kind of looks like a disc. Okay? So this would be a red blood cell. And they don't really do a lot for fighting, but they're important. I'm going to label it. And then we have our white blood cells, and they're more kind of crazy looking. They're also larger. Now, you always have some white blood cells traveling through your blood, but when you're sick or you have an infection, you'll have an elevated white blood cell count, and that's because your body makes more of these and releases them. So one way doctors can check if you're sick when they test your blood is if there's a lot of white blood cells in your blood, that means your body's fighting an infection. And then I'm going to draw another bone because we know that the bone marrow is making some of those cells. You could also try to draw yourself a lymph node, but that might be difficult. Okay? Just draw some parts of the body that you know help with the immune system. Okay? Tomorrow, first of all, this is your schedule for this week. Someone was emailing me saying, I only have a blue packet. This is the blue packet for this week, and this is what you need. So if we look at our science schedule really quick, you guys will see this is today. So put a little check mark here. You did it. Also, you would have picked this up 2 weeks ago, guys. Tomorrow we're doing the endocrine system, then the urinary system, and then you have a project. We're going to talk more about this project probably on Wednesday, but it's in here. If you skip past all the reading, it is this pink paper that says Human Body System Project. Okay, you can start reading through this now, and there are 3 parts. Okay, to how to do this. I also give you some ideas. We will go over this in more detail on Wednesday, but if you want to start looking at it, you can now.